Okay, so it looks like we've pretty much got everything all set to go. So let's just go ahead and get this party started, shall we? Want to hear something absolutely hilarious? I spent all this time talking about how I wanted to play Legend of Dragoon next, and I didn't even have the game on my computer until literally a half hour ago. I'm sitting here like, oh, I want to stream Legend of Dragoon. Let me pop open the PlayStation emulator and oh no, I don't have it. But I do now, and I'm happy to say, what's good, neighborhood? welcome to, oh, welcome to another retro remix playthrough. Retro remix, 16-bit breakfast, cup of gaming. You know, this is what I've been wanting to do for so long. Just show up in the mornings, stream all the classic, the nostalgia favorites, and then spend my afternoon streams doing more modern stuff or just doing, broadcasts from the PS4. That's been my goal, my thing, and it looks like I'm actually able to get back into it now. Really get back into it. That being said, let's get this party going. Now, it's like I mentioned a couple times on Twitter, but although I have played this game, I never completed it. Just like with Parasite Eve, just like with Vagrant Story. I've watched my friends or my family members actually play through and beat these games. But this one, I've never been the one on the stick to play this to completion. And considering that it's been such a long time since I have played this, a lot of this is still going to feel really fresh. So, for everyone that's here,
Commander, this way.
you're basically joining me on what could almost be considered my first real journey through Legend of Dragoon.
Indeed. Put her in custody. Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty, Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Who is she?
That is not your concern.
Hey, Chop, how you doing? Also, Cameron, appreciate the host as always. Yeah, this is what 1997, 98. Yeah, this pretty much came out right alongside Final Fantasy VIII, or right around that same year, and even after such even after such a long time, the visuals in this game really hold up. And what's more is that, once again, just like with everything else, I can't help but wonder, how dope would this be if this game got a remake? So yeah, here's the basic game plan for today. Is going to be the same as yesterday, though. Gonna stream to see if I can, scrape together a little bit more to go towards the rent. I already got the 200 pretty much ready to go on the money order. So if I can just basically power through and get, at the very least, get closer to that 600 goal by the end of the day today, then I can have all that out of the way. And the next goal following up is pretty much going to be equipment. But anywho, let's get this show on the road. Chance of war more likely. I hope it's just a rumor. Who are you? Are you a mercenary of Basil? Answer! What are you doing? Are you drawing a sword against us? What is... What the heck is this? I gotta do something or I'll be killed. What a monster. Here it comes. Who are you? If you don't want to die. Thank you for saving me. What the heck was that? It's a dragon. A dragon? What? It's strange. That village could have been easily destroyed without a dragon. The village? Are you talking about Celis? Then those soldiers were... GQ, that is the question that I've pretty much been asking since I booted this thing up. Like, when's the remake? I mean, we've already got so many classics from back in 97 and 97 getting remade today. Sorry, back in 97 and 98. But why not Legend of Dragoon? And let's also consider the fact that the developers on this, weren't they an in-house Sony team? I'm pretty sure they were. Let me double check. Yep. Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Studio. Like, this was Sony in-house. And when you consider that Sony has still basically been, well, I can't say they've really been dominating. Wait, they lost 90% of their assets? That would explain a lot. Because I know a good chunk of why certain games haven't been remade is honestly because, you know, master copies and master files of the assets were literally lost. Yeah. Level 5 could definitely do it. I mean, the last level 5 game that I played was Rogue Galaxy on the PS2. And even that, even looking at that, it makes me think that that could be a pretty good baseline for a Legend of Dragoon remake. I understand, you know? I mean, was there... Okay, Chop, was there anything in particular that, like, turned you off from it? Or just, was it the pacing of the story? Was it the characters? The combat? Huh. Hey, what's up, Blue? Okay, you know what? That makes sense. Yeah, no. And honestly, that's just looking around and like talking to folks. Your sentiment about real time combat in a JRPG just feeling off to you. That's actually more common than you might think. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, double slash. That's what I have to start with. No, haven't seen the leaks, but from what I remember hearing, there isn't gonna be much as far as PS5 announcements. At least, we shouldn't expect that. Okay, my timing's a little off there. No, 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 don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you play with me like that. No. Okay, that's it. Leaks? No. Stop it. I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get my hopes up. Alright? Because if I go into this like I did going into that fighting game developers roundtable last weekend, and I wind up being disappointed, don't think I could handle it, brah. There we go. Yeah, the combat in Vagrant Story is very different. Like I want to call it a hybrid of turn-based and real-time. It's really tough. It's actually really tough to. It's tough to put the combat of Vagrant Story into words, but I can say if you've played Parasite Eve, then you'll have an idea of what to expect with Vagrant Story. Or at least you'll have some frame of reference that'll help you work your way into learning it. But the melee combat, the spellcasting, even defending, is very reliant on timing. Much like with this. Nah, I don't need to use the potion just yet. But I do want to save. Oh wait, that's right. I have to keep an eye out for collecting Stardust, too. You know, again, this is definitely another one of those games that could do not only with a HD remaster or remake. Oh, just a full remake, honestly. But included in that remake, full voice acting. Okay, seriously, do me a favor. Keep the... Like, let's not discuss that league list, honestly. Like, I'd rather hold off on that, especially since there are a lot of league lists where it's just, stuff that you take with a grain of salt, with a massive grain of salt. Yeah, so, like, if anything, I could probably, if you haven't already posted it somewhere, I can look at the list later if I decide to. Well, considering Skies of Arcadia is, well, actually, Skies of Arcadia is a Sega property. So, there's a possibility. Okay, now if if ASW actually wound up getting, like, if somehow ASW got the rights from Capcom for Breath of Fire and wound up actually making a new Breath of Fire RPG, I'd be down to see what they did with it. Alright, let's see just how badly this goes. Yeah, I forgot. Dude just up and runs off. Okay, what am I looking at now? Ooh, 12 for 30? That's where this comes in. Alright, come on. Whew. Oh, good. So the one potion I used basically got refunded. And snagged a volcano for my troubles. Nah, the garland of this game was actually shown earlier in the opening cutscene. Good, this is back here with the save point. Ah, this is the tutorial fight. Let's see. There we go. Mm. They're actually right on both counts, honestly. It's... I mean, sure, it's getting a lot of love nowadays, but back when it came out, you know, it was extremely underrated. And again, it came out around the same time that you were getting a flood of Squaresoft RPGs. So you know, with Squaresoft dominating the market as far as that genre goes, you know, stuff that's more off the beaten path, or more off the Square Enix beaten path, you don't really see that much of. There we go. Give me a moment. Give me just one moment. I'll be right back. Looks like I'm gonna have to discipline that dog soon. Wait, seriously? Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, a good number of people missed out on Legend of Dragoon largely because there were so many Square Enix games coming out, and they were pretty much just dominating the market. And you just put that dude straight over the bridge. Yeah, man was not having a good time of it after that. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Actually, hold on. Before I go in there, did that fight automatically equip me with Volcano? No, I'm still on double slash. Now, if there's one thing that is actually really important when it comes to the addition skills, it's that not only do you need to use them, but the more you use them and the more you level them up, the more damage they do, of course. All right. Let's see what this merchant's got. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at Fall Guys to get some more details on that. Yeah. Wait, nope. Items, burnout. Really? Oh yeah, that's right. It is August now, so I'll have to take a look and see what free games are on PS Plus this month anyway. And once that arrow hits red, there we go. Ixer Omega 1, good to see you in the chat. How you doing? Hey, you're talking to a guy who has spent his younger years actually watching Ixer 1. It's one of the earliest anime that I've had the chance to watch, and still pretty solid even to this day. Okay, PS Plus is Modern Warfare 2 and Fall Guys. Gotcha. Andre, good to see you, man. Actually, I think I might take a little bit to just get into some fights and level up here in the woods. Okay, is that? Yeah, it is very possible that Slayer and Venom may not come back, especially with Nagori Yuki basically being the vampire character on the roster. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Like I'm legit looking forward to eventually picking up Guilty Gear Strive and at least trying them out. Okay, back in 90, 91. So it looks to me, Ixer, like you and I are around the same age. Okay, I take that back. You're a little bit older than me, because I turned 37 in about 3.5 months. But if there's one Yeah, old folks. But here's the thing. Growing up doesn't always mean growing older. Because, I mean, for most people, a lot of the best and sometimes harshest life lessons that you learn, I mean, not. Right? But seriously, a lot of the best life lessons that you learn, most of them most of your best life lessons usually wind up hitting once you hit later in your 20s or in your 30s. Like, that's when, at least that's how it was for me, but 30 was when I finally had it nailed down what kind of a person I was. What kind of a person I am and want to continue, growing into being. Right. But, I mean, hell. Like, I'll tell you this right now. There were a couple of mistakes, a couple of major mistakes that, even to this day, I don't regret making those mistakes, but I look back on it and go, I definitely wish I knew then what I knew now. I mean, for starters, I went straight to college right after high school. Like, literally, I graduated summer of 2001, and then 2 months later, like June June 2001 was when I graduated. August 2001, I was already enrolled in the local junior college. I should have, at the very least, taken a year just to, I don't know, wind down, to kind of settle myself after getting out of high school and after dealing with a lot of the shit that I had to in high school. I think then I would have actually been more mentally prepared to go to college, and I would have gone in with more of a solidified mindset for what I wanted to do and what I wanted to get out of it. The second mistake I made. The second mistake I made was because of that, because of, going immediately to college. Since I was so burnt out, it took me a long time to really even decide if I wanted to stick with the major that I did, or even stick with the career path that I was initially aiming for. It just left me messed up because it felt like after a certain point, I wasn't really living the kind of life that I wanted to. And I wound up, like, in 2008. All right. 2008, I was what, 24 years old? Yeah, that summer I was 24. Hadn't turned 25 yet. Moved completely out of state. Just packed up, packed everything I needed into like 2 weeks worth of clothes, a duffel, two duffel bags and a backpack. Hopped on a Greyhound bus, moved up to Washington. And the mistake I made there, the mistake I made there was moving up to Washington and not spending that time on my own trying to get myself established. Like when I moved up there, I just I moved up there with one of my college friends and my current fiance. Well, not well, and my fiance at the time with me. So I didn't really have that time to be by myself. Again, I didn't have the time to solidify and define who I was as a person. By the time I was 30, I had already broken up with my fiance at the time, and I had finally had that full year that I needed to just really, to really pursue myself. And it was over the course of that year, 2012, 2013, 2014, that time period where I was doing a lot more stuff on YouTube. That was when I started doing the reviews, GQ. When, that was when we really started, hanging out, doing the tournaments and everything else. And that gave me the perspective that I needed. Exactly. Ixer, to answer your question from earlier, no, I haven't 100% completed this game. In fact, like the last time I played it, I didn't even play all the way through. I got sidetracked, started playing something else, and I, got to watch one of my friends beat it. But I still haven't played through this game, you know, myself. I haven't been the one on the stick as it's finished. So that's actually part of the reason why I'm streaming this, just to play it and to really, to really get something out of it. Ah, yeah, about that. Hey, no sweat, Justin. As honestly, as far as I'm concerned, you're okay. So here's my big thing. As far as just being here on the stream in general, we're just here to have a good time. But if you gotta bow out, then that's what you gotta do. Justin, I will definitely make sure to hit you up on Discord later just to check in and make sure things are okay. Oh, I still need to check in with you anyway, just see how things are going down in SoCal with you and Doug. Okay, let me get. Actually, I should double check and see what level I've got double slash at now. let's take a look. Two more out. So I think maybe one more fight to at least level up double slash should be good. But yeah, quick heads up for you. Okay, so I've got one more, and that should have it leveled up. Done and dusted. Alright, so now that I've got that leveled up to 2... Didn't give it a significant damage boost, but it was still good enough. I think I can work with that. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay, we're getting a bit more damage off of it, but I get the feeling I should probably switch to Volcano and start practicing with that. And I completely forgot that this section of the game is actually come on. I forgot that this section of the game is actually a bit larger than I was initially expecting. Ooh, that's true. Actually, let's see. Let's get that out of the way. And I missed that. Okay, so with this fight right here, what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and bring the stream down for the morning. I've got some errands coming up in an hour, and I want to get myself prepped for that. But for everybody that's watching, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Xer Omega 1, quick heads up for, pretty much what I'm going to be doing here. Every Monday through Friday morning, I'll be popping on for about an hour or so to, play through some more of this, much like I did over the last couple weeks with Chrono Trigger just recently. So if you're up for seeing more, come back in. I usually go live around 10:30 a.m. Central and play for about an hour from there. And then, throughout the day I come back with further streams. So just go ahead and follow if you want to keep up with what I'm doing. And hopefully we'll have some more fun times playing through some more Legend of Dragoon. A quick word though. And I know this probably isn't something that needs to be said. But I gotta say it anyway. And it's just that, we're all here to have a good time. There's gonna be jokes. A lot of us older cats might engage in joking and in language that isn't necessarily accepted in today's climate. But the big thing is, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun, and we're not here to offend each other, or we're not here to attack each other. This is literally, when I pull up the stream, I'm bringing everybody in so that way we can just hang out on this virtual couch, watch this, watch these games on this virtual CRT TV, and just have a good time, relaxing and reminiscing about, games from way back in our childhood. That's that's the purpose of the retro remix and the 16-bit breakfast and the Cup of Gaming streams. And hell, anything I stream beyond that. It's all about getting together, enjoying games. So, just a little something for us to keep in mind. On that note, small bit of shilling for anyone that's actually looking into getting their hands on some more games coming up, or if they just want to, let's say, if you've got some DLC you're trying to find on the PlayStation, check out the Amazon affiliate link I've got underneath here. If you use that link to buy, any denomination of PSN card on Amazon, number one, you don't have to worry about paying taxes on it, and number two, proceeds from that also go towards helping support the channel. Same with the GameStop link below. You'll basically go there and you'll be able to find the deals of the day. You might wind up finding something there that that you didn't think you needed, or didn't expect to find. But again, that's another one that's going to help out the channel. Those affiliate links right there, and I'm making it known those are affiliate links. So you click on those, you're going into it eyes open. And again, you're still going to be helping out here, keeping these streams going, and helping me actually make a living off of this. Shilling done, advertising done. So just do me a favor from here on out. Go out there, game, have fun. And until next time, stay good, neighborhood. I'll see you online.